Hey, what's up, people? Duncan here again, driving around. And if you don't know, and you already know by now, I am running as Oregon's next governor. You can catch me on my Redeem Oregon page, my YouTube channel. You can catch me on, well, pretty much Facebook, Twitter, Google Plus, Instagram, and all of it. So, in this video, we're driving around. I'm here with a friend of mine, and one of the things I'm running on is trying to get more benefits to the disabled. Now, here in Oregon, we literally pay, as taxpayers, millions of dollars to fund things like sanctuary around Portland for undocumented, for so-called refugees. We fund things like free abortions, all these different things that many of us never really even voted on. And yet, somehow, when you look around, who's the ones that suffer the most? It's our disabled. They're still stuck on the same money.
I'm disabled, and my mother's disabled, and we both have to live under the same roof just to survive.
And one of the problems we have is when we talk about the rent issues and the real estate issues and the owners and all that stuff, landlords, keep in mind that here in Oregon, as the price of living continues to rise and as we pay more taxes, you got to think that at some point, the measly amount of money that our disabled makes every month is barely survivable. And it's sad when you talk about how much money we spend on undocumented, on the refugee program, the DACA program, and all those other programs that really cost Americans money and sometimes even their lives or their livelihoods. This is one of the examples that, as governor, I think we have to rectify. It's part of redeeming Oregon, and that's simply bringing back the much needed money and benefits and health care for not only our disabled, but our homeless as well as our veterans. Okay, because again, it's sad to think that the people most vulnerable in this nation, our own citizens, are somewhat treated like third and fourth class citizens here. So when you're looking at your next governor here in Oregon, just keep in mind there's only really one governor that's got a plan to solve a lot of these issues, to bring a lot of jobs, to bring a lot more money to the economy, and to literally rectify a lot of these stupid laws that our Democrat, or if you will, socialistic governor has already tried to impose upon us. I'll always fight to protect your rights to own a weapon, and your right to vote, as well as all of your rights. But we must govern with a little bit of common sense as well.
Well, here's some common sense. I'd rather pay for free cancer screenings than pay for abortions.
And that's a question that's another one of my runnings. Another thing I always ask all my constituents and everybody out there is, when you're talking about the money we spend on the free abortions, you know, every one of us is touched by somebody we know with cancer. Every one of us. So the question I ask is, why as a state or as a country are we so invested in killing unborn children instead of healing our sick, healing our cancer patients, healing our disabled? You know, we spend more money aborting lives than we do saving them. And then when we save lives, it's at an arm and a leg for our patients. When you look at the cost of health insurance, everybody's wanting to add more to it. Everybody wants to push the price to the taxpayers. And nobody's really looking at the real problem. Nobody's really looking at the fact that we're getting price gouged in every aspect you can think of. From the doctors all the way up to the hospitals, the ER visits, the hospital visits, the bandages, the gauzes, every bit of that, we're getting price gouged.
Well, IV bags, $1,000 when it only costs 10 cents to make.
Now, this is outrageous to me, and this is also a huge problem with our healthcare system. It's one of the reasons why we spend so much on it, and that's simply because as patients, we get reamed at every level from it. So as governor, I will be the first one to install price caps on certain things on our medical things, such as doctor visits, medical equipment, bandages, gauzes, things of that sort. No longer will doctors and hospitals and clinics be able to raise the price of insurance that will literally take it out on taxpayers. No longer will that happen with me as governor. There's one way to solve the healthcare industry one way to solve the healthcare crisis here in Oregon as well as the rest of the country. And that's simply to stop letting doctors overcharge. Stop letting hospitals overcharge. And when you look at a place like Sky Lakes here in Klamath Falls, one county in
Oh my
Oregon,
God, they have bought up our whole county. Now, there's Sky Lakes everywhere. They're destroying our town, literally, piece by piece. We're not no more of a business. It's more of a Sky Lake business.
and you got to wonder, if you're
everything.
paying $100 for a bandage, imagine how much of that $100 is going into a new building or a new clinic that are popping up all over the town.
I'd
all
rather
over
go to the
Klamath.
store at Walmart and pick up a box of bandages to the sterile for $1.99 than go to the hospital and pay $500 for the same damn Band-Aid. That's outrageous. That's why people are getting ripped off all the fucking time.
And another thing, I'm getting a huge amount of support from literally the homeless communities as well as the people out there that are in poverty. All because I'm running on an idea that, considering the law says we have to have a identification, considering the law specifically states that we could get in trouble for not having an ID card, I, as governor, would install free identification cards to anyone who can prove their ID. So you bring a birth certificate, a mailing address, you bring all the necessities to obtain an identification card, not a driver's license, just an identification card. And the state of Oregon will provide it to you for free. Why is this important? Because we understand that having an identification allows you to get a job. It allows you to cash a check. It allows you to get access to so many more things in life that otherwise wouldn't be. Even voting. We want to see our people achieve things in life. We want to see our citizens reach their goals. And only way we can do that is by allowing free identifications to our citizens. If we expect them to have them and we make a law saying they must, then we should provide them. So that is one other thing. Now, with that being said, if you want to hear more, you can come find me on my Redeem Oregon page on Facebook. You can look me up at Twitter, Mark Duncan on Twitter. You can find me on YouTube with Mark Duncan. You can find me on Gab. You can find me on what did I miss? Instagram. I'm on all of them. Come find me. You can hear my videos. You can see what I have to talk about. Together, we can unite these counties. We can unite this state. And we can redeem it. And we can get me in office. And we can finally start rectifying and redeeming the wrongs in this state.
Americans first.
Americans first. Thank you. And God bless. You guys have a great day. Duncan, out.